The haunting of Willowbrook Asylum. Deep within the heart of a forgotten town stood the towering structure of Willowbrook Asylum. With its weathered brick walls and broken windows, it exuded an aura of decay and desolation. Legends whispered of the dark history that unfolded within its confines, tales of cruelty and suffering that lingered in the air like a haunting presence. Decades ago, Willowbrook Asylum was a place where the mentally ill were sent for treatment, or so it was claimed. In truth, the asylum became a chamber of horrors, where patients were subjected to inhumane experiments and cruel treatments. The asylum's reputation grew darker as whispers of abuse and neglect spread through the community. One fateful night, a group of friends dared each other to explore the abandoned asylum, drawn by the allure of the macabre and the thrill of the unknown. Determined to document their adventure, they equipped themselves with cameras, flashlights, and their unwavering courage. As they approached the dilapidated building, an eerie chill hung in the air, causing their breath to crystallize before their eyes. The front doors, rusted and barely hanging on their hinges, creaked open with a bone-chilling screech, as if inviting them into the depths of darkness. Whispering voices and distant echoes danced through the desolate hallways as they ventured deeper into the asylum. The flickering light from their flashlights cast unsettling shadows on the peeling wallpaper, revealing the remnants of long-forgotten patients' lives, tattered bedsheets, broken wheelchairs, and discarded personal belongings. One by one, they entered a room said to be the site of the most sinister experiments. The air grew thick with a palpable malevolence, and a sense of foreboding settled upon the group. Their breaths quickened as they surveyed the decaying remnants of restraint chairs and blood-stained operating tables. Suddenly, a cold gust of wind extinguished their flashlights, plunging them into absolute darkness. Panic engulfed them as they groped blindly for each other, their cries of fear swallowed by the oppressive silence. Whispers, barely audible yet maddeningly present, filled the void, resonating within the depths of their souls. As their vision adjusted to the dim light, they witnessed shadowy figures darting in and out of sight, their forms twisted and distorted. A chorus of disembodied voices reverberated through the asylum, taunting and tormenting the intruders. Terrified, the group attempted to flee, but the asylum seemed to shift and warp, transforming into an endless labyrinth. Doors slammed shut, trapping them in claustrophobic corridors, and spectral hands brushed against their skin, leaving icy trails of dread in their wake. Amid the chaos, they glimpsed horrifying apparitions, ghostly patients in tattered hospital gowns, their eyes filled with immeasurable pain and despair. The spirits of Willowbrook Asylum's tormented past manifested before them, their visages distorted by the horrors they endured. Through the swirling darkness, a voice emerged, a tortured whisper of a patient long forgotten. It pleaded for release, promising vengeance upon those who dared disturb the asylum's grim slumber. Driven by sheer terror, the group clawed their way through the twisting maze, their hearts pounding in their chests. One by one, they stumbled out into the moonlit night, gasping for air as they escaped the clutches of Willowbrook Asylum. Years later, those who survived that night carry the scars, both seen and unseen. They recount their harrowing experience, warning others to heed the warning of Willowbrook's restless spirits. The asylum stands as a chilling reminder of the dark forces that lurk within the shadows, forever etching its haunting legacy into the annals of horror. The Curse of the Midnight Man. In a small, secluded town nestled deep in the woods, a chilling legend known as the Curse of the Midnight Man gripped the community with fear. As the story goes, every year on the stroke of midnight, the Midnight Man would awaken, bringing terror and torment to anyone unfortunate enough to cross his path. According to the legend, to summon the Midnight Man, one must write their name on a piece of paper and prick their finger, allowing their blood to stain the parchment. The paper, along with a lit candle, is placed in the center of a darkened room. As the clock strikes midnight, the Midnight Man materializes, ready to haunt and torture those who dare challenge his existence. It was said that once summoned, the Midnight Man would fill the air with an unnatural chill, his presence marked by a haunting whistle that echoed through the night. Those who encountered him would face a terrifying ordeal, a psychological battle of survival as the Midnight Man preyed upon their deepest fears and insecurities. The story gained notoriety when a group of adventurous teenagers decided to test the legend for themselves. Eager to prove their bravery, they gathered in an old abandoned house, armed with candles, paper, and a mixture of curiosity and trepidation. As the clock approached midnight, they lit the candles and solemnly performed the ritual, feeling a mixture of excitement and dread. The room plunged into darkness, illuminated only by the flickering candle flames. The air grew heavy as the minutes ticked away, and a chilling breeze swept through the room. The faint sound of a whistle carried on the wind, and their hearts quickened with fear. Shadows danced on the walls, their imaginations running wild with paranoia. Suddenly, a figure materialized in the corner of the room, the Midnight Man. Tall and cloaked in darkness, his presence exuded an aura of malevolence. Panic seized the group as they realized the legend was no mere tale but a horrifying reality. The Midnight Man unleashed a barrage of psychological torment, preying on their deepest fears and secrets. The walls seemed to close in, whispers filled the air, and the teenagers found themselves ensnared in a nightmarish labyrinth. One by one, they were subjected to their own personalized horrors, each experiencing a unique torment tailored to their darkest vulnerabilities. The Midnight Man toyed with their minds, distorting reality and blurring the line between nightmares and waking life. The hours stretched on, an eternity of terror within the confines of the cursed house. Exhausted and broken, the survivors mustered the last vestiges of strength to fight back against the Midnight Man's hold. They banded together, relying on their waning courage and resilience to escape his clutches. With each passing moment, the Midnight Man's power weakened, and as the first light of dawn crept through the windows, he dissipated into the shadows, retreating until the next year's fateful summoning. The survivors, forever marked by their encounter, emerged from the house, their souls scarred and their lives forever altered. The curse of the Midnight Man became etched into the town's collective memory, a chilling reminder of the dangers that lie within the darkest corners of human imagination.